Paimon!
Ah, traveler, welcome. Good to see you. What can I get for you?
We want some blackback perch stew!
All right, blackback perch stew it is. Make yourselves at home. It'll be...
Thanks, Chef Mal! I was just thinking about you guys, and now you're here! It feels like you heard my call and came running. You mean you were about to come looking for us? Uh-huh. There's something I want to discuss with you guys. Did you happen to see how the city looked on the way over here? Moonchase Festival? Is that another one of Liyue's ancient traditions? That's right! Moonchase is a big festival where we celebrate the arrival of the fall by moonlight. The old folks say that thousands of years ago, this was the time of the year when the Adepti would seek the way. But it's completely different nowadays. We eat our favorite foods, spend time with friends and relatives, enjoy the moon and the flowers. So much easier. Basically, we just do all the things. Sounds like Paimon's kind of festival. With your great taste in food, Moonchase Festival is sure to be... Hey! If you got a problem with Paimon's taste, just spit it out! So are you guys free these days? I'm taking part in this year's Masterful Chefs.
That's right. Getting some suggestions from friends will...
Masterful Chefs, huh? So is that like a competition? Right, yeah! I guess you probably haven't heard about it. Every year, Moonchase Festival has a different theme, usually picked by the Qixing. This year's theme is Feast of the Bounteous Land. Feast of the Bounteous Land. Pretty much sums up what Liyue is all about. I totally agree. I heard it was Ningguang that came up with it. She's so amazing and so full of mystery. Well, I want to take part in the competition, but coming up with new dishes is hard work. By the time you finally thought of something, cooked it, taste tested it, and so I was thinking I could get the two of you to help by gathering. This'll be a piece of cake! We've got friends from all over the map, haven't we? You sound pretty confident. Well, you know, not to brag or anything, but first things first. Let's have a delicious one-min meal. After that, we can go around to all of our friends in Liyue and get their ideas one by one. Okay, great. Also, Guoba should be back soon, so we can all go together.
Here's your blackback perch stew, folks.
It smells so good.
It's my pleasure.
That was so delicious. Theory confirmed. This is definitely chili pepper weather.
Xiangling can be a bit of a handful.
Come on, Dad. What?
Because I know you all too well, my dear. That's why. You mustn't be quite so
Don't worry. We're all friends here. And Guoba's back. Roly-poling around as usual. All right, let's pack up and head out.
Cheap and tasty chop suey!
Time for some Moonchase specialties?
Wouldn't gliding be faster? So, it's outside the box thinking that we're looking for, right? Hutao always seems to have a unique perspective, so let's make this our first stop.
What? My ears are burning. Did somebody say my name? Yeah, it's Paimon and the Traveler. Oh, and Xiangling, too.
Oh, of course, Hutao! Way outside the box.
Meaning you're here for some other reason, right? How might I be of assistance?
Well, Hutao, I wanted to ask you, what kind of food do you like?
What food I like? Off the top of my head?
Wow, so even Hutao gets lost for words sometimes. Paimon sure didn't see that coming.
Come on, even the chirpiest birds clock out for the night, right? I'm no different.
Pretty sure clocking out isn't something birds do. Right! There's no need to overcomplicate it. Just pick a dish and tell me what you like about it.
I see. Launching a new dish? Well, let me say right off the bat, nothing weird.
Poached fish and shrimp dumplings. That's a bit ordinary, isn't it?
Well, it is and it isn't. Think about it. Poached fish is hot and spicy with a powerful aroma. It's a dynamic dish. Add a side of shrimp dumplings, and there's your static component. Got it?
Dynamic? Oh, I can do dynamic. Mushroom slime stew.
No, not that kind of dynamic. A dish is more than substance, it's a mood. Poached fish is red and spicy. Shrimp dumplings are more subdued, clear and smooth with a pure and subtle fragrance. I call that static. Combining dynamic and static is how you create a perfectly balanced meal.
Paimon didn't follow that at all. But at the same time, it kind of sounded smart. Okay, dynamic and static. Opposite. So is this just another way of saying you should keep everything balanced? You know, a little meat, a little veggie, a little salt, a little sugar?
Bingo! Except I don't think you need to have a sweet dish for it to be a complete meal.
Okay, I think I got it. At first I thought you were just goofing around. How did I ever doubt you, Hu Tao? Thanks. When it comes to telling tales, the storytellers have got nothing on Hu Tao.
Sounds suspiciously like a compliment to me. I'll take it. Uh-huh. Everything in this world runs on its own set of principles, be it the circle of life or sugar and spice.
Since the Traveler seems to approve, I'll make sure to factor it in. Paimon thinks we're pretty much done here now. Let's head to Boo Boo Pharmacy next.
Boo Boo Pharmacy? Yeah, you'll definitely get some interesting responses over there. If you find out anything interesting, you've got to come back and tell me.
Oh, it's you. Is everything okay?
Why, if it isn't the special guest who seldom visit. Less busy than usual, I see. Yikes! What happened to Baiju's voice? Excuse me? The neck. Oh, it's just Changsheng.
Welcome, welcome.
No. We actually came for the conversation this time. I'm entering this year's cooking competition, so I wanted to ask you both. Oh, wait, there's 3 of you. I wanted to ask the 3 of you what kind of food you like. Most astutely self-corrected.
You need to know what food I like? It's all the same. No flavor.
Chi-Chi has some gustatory dysfunction and can't taste any food. Make no mistake, she's not being uncooperative.
Oh, I understand. That's fine. Still, I'd expect Chi-Chi to have some sort of dietary preferences, though. There must be some dishes that you like the sensation of.
Sensation? Coconut milk.
Well, that doesn't help us. It's not a dish, it's a drink. How about you two? Any thoughts? I like bite-sized morsels of meat.
I agree with Changsheng. Many of our patients are the elderly and young children. They find large chunks of fowl or seafood difficult to swallow and digest. Dishes where the ingredients have been finely chopped, on the other hand, are far more suitable for them. We also see plenty of people with colds and sore throats who find it difficult to eat rich food.
Got it. Would that be medicinal soups and stew?
Medicinal soup. I don't like it.
I must apologize for having such a one-track mind. It's a little difficult to think about food without worrying about the health implications these days. We've had quite...
That's okay. Everyone's input counts. Keeping it seasonal and suitable for all ages sounds like a pretty good idea, Paimon. Medicinal dishes have higher demands in terms of nutritional balance than the kind of food I normally cook. I don't usually focus on medicinal properties, but since this is for a competition,
Food with substance. Always better.
it's a great suggestion. Thanks, everyone.
You're welcome. As long as we could help.
It's great to have a doctor's unique perspective. I'm feeling inspired.
Oh, how you flatter me.
Receptivity to sensible suggestions. Oh, she is! Creating new dishes is Xiangling's favorite thing to do. Everyone's got their hobbies, and mine is cooking. Usually I just go with my own ideas, but having a whole new perspective this time is sure to make a big difference to the end result. Great! That makes this whole trip worth it! Alright, time to move on to the next. So we've got an independent thinker's perspective and a health perspective. Next. Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Oh, it's the Traveler in Paimon. And Xiangling.
Greetings, friends. It's been a while.
Hey, what brings you here?
Has something happened? What's with this great big stone on the ground?
Long story. So, just to confirm, I will assume responsibility for handling this stone of unknown origin. Any objections?
None here. You know how to get things done, Kuching. As long as it's with you, I can rest easy knowing that it's in safe hands.
Should I take this to mean that you doubt the relative safety of leaving this in the hands of the Tianquan?
Huh? Well, for starters, Kuching is the one who's always out running errands, rain or shine. Besides, you don't seem to give a wooden more about this whole thing anyway, so what's it to you?
I was merely joking. You, meanwhile, seem only too ready to pounce when By no means. You wish to know about the stone, I presume. Then let me invite the great seafarer Captain Beto to tell the story.
You... Fine. Well, it's a big one, right? And such a smooth surface, too.
It was found by a fishing crew, not far off the coast. It must have been underwater for years.
Finds like this cannot be kept as private property, and must be submitted to a holder of public office.
So,
Well, we've hit it with just about every weapon we could get our hands on and haven't managed to even dent it yet.
no weapon could smash it open. Wow. Paimon doesn't think we've ever encountered a stone like that before.
Kuching has taken an unusually keen interest in...
Let's put that aside for a second. Traveler, what brings you here?
Actually, we were looking for all of you.
Oh? Hopefully not because there's been some sort of cataclysmic event.
No, nothing like that. Paimon's just getting carried away. I just wanted to ask everyone about their food preferences.
Food preferences? That's a little unexpected.
I have rather simple tastes. Precise, pure, smart.
That's your idea of simple, huh?
I summed up my culinary requirements in 4 words.
A few weeks out on the open ocean would fix your flawed definition.
What about you, Beto?
Me? If it's freshly cooked and piping hot, that floats my boat. If it's got a little chili pepper in there too, huh?
Paimon thought you would have said bar food.
Oh, bar food works too.
As for me, it's got to be seafood.
Okay, got it. So, seafood. piping hot, and, simple but sophisticated. And that's where I would disagree. Traveler, surely you've heard of golden shrimp balls.
Oh my.
You need to wash and devein the shrimp, wrap it in finely sliced potato strips, then deep fry it to perfection. There's no room for cutting corners. They're very precisely put together. They taste pure.
So what you're saying is, for all the frills and trills, good food is all the same at the core?
I heartily agree. Golden shrimp balls are a prime example. Their essence lies in combining art and nutrition in a single package. It is a dish of true value.
Okay, got it. So Kuching loves golden shrimp balls.
I didn't say that. Did I?
No, at least not outright.
Alrighty. Thanks for all your input. I'll be sure to take it all into consideration.
Traveler, Paimon, do you have anything planned after this? Good. I'd like you to help me investigate something.
You picked the right people for the job. We investigate stuff all the time.
My thoughts exactly. The Qixing has a public duty to deliver our final verdict to the fishermen, but there are also some things I would like to investigate on a personal... I'm sure you've become acquainted with the general background of the Moonchase Festival. However, I have my own understanding of this festival's root. My grandfather was a researcher of Liyue's traditions. In his notes, he indicated that there was a deity called the Stove God in ancient Liyue, which very few written records make mention of the Stove God, and those that do are notoriously confusing. Some scholars believe that the Stove God was just another title. One folktale even claims that the ancients found the Stove God's shrine, but there was no statue. Only a huge, smooth... Shortly after it was found, the stone was lost in transit, and it hasn't been seen since. This stone here has all the same features, so I suspect it could be the one that went missing all those years ago. After many years of researching ancient texts, my grandfather came to believe that the practice of paying seasonal tribute to the Stove God may be best described as a festival. But this is all just theory and conjecture. To prove any of it, we'd need to start by identifying who the Stove God really was. Now that Rex Lapis has passed on, and Liyue has entered the age of humankind, his successors should continue to respect our nation's culture, and that's why I think the responsibility for this situation should fall to me. It's a chance to shed light on our history, revitalize an ancient tradition. It was just a couple of days ago that we received this stone. Right after we decided to use food as the central...
3 birds with 1 stone, huh? That's pretty efficient, even for Kuching.
Hey, don't worry about that. This sounds super important, so don't Besides, we're only... Wait a second. I got it!
What? Why are you shouting?
Kuching, can I tag along for your
Uh-huh.
Since it's all about the Stove God, I might get to learn something useful about cooking along the way. Please, let me come along. I promise I'll...
If it means that much to you... Okay.
Really? Yay! Thank you so much!
Now that that's settled, time to get going. Jingsa Village is said to be home to a lot of his...
Alright, then it's... Are there any old books around Jingsa Village? You know, from a really long time ago?
Oh, looking for ancient texts, are we? There is an old warehouse over there, property of the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Many books are stored inside.
The Feiyun Commerce Guild's youngest? You must be talking about Xingqiu.
Paimon didn't know they had a warehouse here. Let's go take a look.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
I'm being robbed!
It came from that direction. Come on.
Fry! You're open!
Yahoo!
I got careless.
Incinerate!
You're open!
Give up.
Fry! You're open!
Don't waste my time.
Motion to compel. Brace yourselves.
Picked the wrong test subject.
I've come here to clean the book warehouse plenty of times before, but this
Are you all right?
I am, thanks to all of you. Hey, wait a minute. You're the traveler, aren't you? And you're with...
We'll try not to take up too much of your time. I understand that this book warehouse is the property of the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Could you advise whether we might find any text relating to the stove god in this collection?
The stove god? I heard that's the Lord of Geo, right?
Huh? Really?
Yeah. A friend of mine who conducts research mentioned it once before. Some people think that the stove is a gift from the Lord of Geo.
Seems logical, but do you have any books?
Oh, any questions? Please, ask.
Hey, it's Chongyun and Xingqiu.
Hello, one and all.
Hey guys, what are you doing here?
I was bored with nothing to do, and thought I'd come out this way for a bit of reading.
Yes. I'm just along for the ride, really.
I see the Yuheng Kuching is with you.
Master Xingqiu, if I may be so bold.
Since I personally selected which volumes if my memory betrays me not, there is one volume among them called Demystifying.
Might I take a look?
Certainly. If it pleases my lady, I shall lead the way.
They're back! So did you find it?
Yes, Master Xingqiu has quite an exceptional memory. Demystifying, it says the following. The body of the dragon wielded a tail that could eclipse the sun, and claws to command fire.
The body of a dragon? The stories about Rex Lapis say...
That much is true. But this is the only passage in the whole book. There's nothing further to discover here.
I come from a long lineage of exorcists, and our family too has amassed a number of ancient texts. Now that you mention the stove god, I see...
Books are penned by people. All they can do is show what the author was thinking. Everyone's mind is different, so every book on a given time... I apologize that we could not help in a more substantial capacity.
Your help thus far is quite ample. Liyue is a vast and rich land. All things that existed here in the past have left their trace. Thank you all. We will continue our investigation elsewhere.
Hold up. I had a question too. Xingqiu, Chongyun, could you tell me what kind of food you like?
Food? Oh no.
Yeah, I totally am.
Xiangling, this is a major event.
What do you mean, strange?
Mushroom slime stew.
Okay, fair enough. That dish isn't my most...
Well, in that case, I like cold food.
That's because you can't handle hot and spicy, right?
Yes.
My tastes are on the mild side. I prefer gentle dishes.
No surprises from the Guhua Geek.
Okay, another mild...
These are just personal preferences, and everyone's are quite...
Of course! You're my customers!
Though Xiangling's market research...
If anyone can win hearts and minds with their cooking...
No, where's all this praise? Sorry for holding you all up.
Over to you, Kuching. Where to next?
So we've learned the stove god allegedly made an appearance at the Guili Assembly. Longshu Inn is close by, so let's stop off there on the way.
Forgive us, for this is where we must part ways.
Yes, best of luck. If you run into any difficulty...
Let's go! Now
Huh? Oh, Traveler. Who are all these people?
Friends of ours! Allow Paimon to introduce Xiangling, Guoba, and Kuqing!
Kuching? Of the Chishing? She's the...
Hi.
It's not that. It's... I mean, I'm just your typical common...
Look at that strong body, those powerful hands.
So, is there something I can help you with?
Let me fill you in.
Oh, okay.
Legends claim that the Stove God once appeared at the Guili Assembly. As Wangshu Inn is the oldest extant building, is there a room in this inn for storing books?
Well, now that you mention it, we do have a fair few ancient texts here. I remember... If you are happy to wait here for a few minutes, I'll... Oh, Traveler, there's something I need to discuss with...
What is it? We need to pay up or something?
What? No, I wouldn't take your money. We're all friends here. I just wanted to ask if you had the time.
A satisfying salad? What?
Yeah, guy who hangs out on the roof terrace, you know?
Shh! Don't you think he can hear you?
Oh, right. Yeah, maybe. The boss told me to take care of him, but this guy, let me tell you, he is one tough nut to crack. But the boss tells me you once made him a satisfying salad, and it all went down so well.
Oh, so this is for show!
Well, that's life, right? You gotta look out for your own people. All right then, wait right here. I'll be just 1 minute.
Clock is ticking! 59, 58...
Sorry for the trouble, Traveler. Okay.
Here you are.
Thank you ever so much.
While Kuqing's reading her book, let's make that satisfying salad!
I'd love to come watch too, but
Okay,
Go ahead and get started. I'll just watch from over.
that should do it!
All right, thanks for that. I think I've got it now.
You got all the steps down, right?
Of course. Don't forget I am...
Let's go see what Kuqing and Xiangling are up to. Kuqing! Xiangling! We're back!
You finished cooking? Good timing.
And? Useful?
Useful. There is a passage concerning the Stove God. I quote, 60 miles to the northwest is the Guili Assembly. Many were settled. When the Stove God descended, one god became many, all of which were the height of children. As does a star when it descends into the world, so the Stove God went out among the common folk and taught them to create. This is a radically different account from the one given in...
One god became many?
Taking the text at face value, that is what it's...
went out among the common folk and taught them to create
Now that's a god who...
So, we've got 2 leads.
By continuing our investigation and Thank you for this text, Yanxiao.
It's my pleasure, really. Think nothing of it. Listen, you've helped me an awful lot. Not just today, but in the...
Wow, he sure sounds confident in his cooking. I really want to try his cooking.
It's hard to refuse a generous off... Yanxiao, we await your call.
I won't disappoint.
Everybody, please be seated!
You think you own the place.
I'll sit here with Guoba.
Here we are. That's everything you ordered.
It all smells amazing. I think I've met my...
It smells beautiful.
Strange. I never would have guessed that such a gifted chef worked here. This inn isn't particular.
Everyone likes a good meal, whether they're staying the night or just stopping by for a bite. We call it an inn, but the fact is it's much more than that. Please enjoy your meal at your leisure.
Yanxiao, are you taking part in this year's Masterful...
Huh? You too?
Yup, I've signed up already, and I've got my eyes on the prize.
Huh. Interesting. All right, I'll see you there.
What was that? Some kind of power move?
No, it seemed more sportsmanlike than that.
Yup, he's a really talented chef. His food was excellent, and it showed he has a level-headed personality. That's the kind of chef that could be a match for me. I haven't had any competitive cooking experience since my cook-off with Brooke in Springvale. You're too kind. Guoba, what are you doing?
Guoba's eating the...
Those were Kuching's! How could you steal them while she wasn't looking?
Oh, my golden shrimp balls.
Huh? You ate every last one? Oh, Guoba, we've been through this. I'm so sorry, Kuching. I promise I'll make it up to you.
What's the big deal? We can just get another plate.
It's not the same, though. The moment's gone. Sure, you can eat something else, but you can never go back and change the feeling of The dining experience is a trinity of emotion.
I have to say, now that...
I'm gonna make it up to you, Kaching. Is there anything you want to eat?
I don't have high hopes for this. If you insist, there is one dish...
No problem.
I'll get it to you when we're back in Liyue. Traveler, have you finished eating? Before we do anything else, let's head... I need to go home to fetch my grandfather's notes. Let's meet at Wanman Restaurant later.
Great! I'll go get everything ready. Traveler, what about you? Are you gonna do your own thing for a while?
I actually have something to discuss with him.
Okay, gotcha.
Traveler, come here for a moment. I need your advice on something. What do I need to do to get along with Xiangling?
Seriously? That's what's stressing you out?
What's so strange about it?
You're super smart, and you're always so sure of yourself.
Well, that's just ridiculous. Xiangling's always so warm and friendly with me. I'm just not used to dealing with people who are so warm right from the get-go. How exactly Noted. Thank you, Traveler. I'll see you again shortly.
What's making Kuching so self-conscious? Paimon thought nobody would be...
What should I try this time?
Hey, we're here!
Hey, grab a seat. I'm just running through my ingredients to see what I'm missing.
Oh, we're gonna do this now?
What is it?
But this is your idea! Why you gotta dump it up? Okay, so back at Longshu Inn, we noticed you and Kuching were getting along pretty well.
Yup. Kuching's good-natured and easy to be around.
You're a braver person than Paimon. The first time we met Kuching, Paimon found her pretty intimidating.
You think so? I remember thinking straight away that she was really easy to get along with. Didn't you see her sneaking treats to Goba back at Wangshu Inn?
Yeah, she's great. We know that now. We're just talking about first impressions.
First impressions? Oh, okay.
We've eaten shellfish before, but...
Oh, you're missing out. I'll grow some for you another time. But anyway, Kuching's like a shellfish. Maybe a little closed off at first, not to mention that even after her favorite food was stolen away, she was still happy.
You make a good... You know, Xiangling's into intuition for people seems really spot on.
All right, let's see. We're okay for carrots and crab, and we still got some ham and mushroom.
Huh? What was that noise?
What's going on? What the? That bird is huge!
Ah, it's the ladybird!
Excuse me, one shall not be addressed in such a manner. One shall be known as Adeptus, whose name, should you care to mention it, is Cloud Retainer.
Cloud Retainer? That does sound like an Adeptus name.
Well spoken. One shall let this young lady's enlightened words atone for the ignorant. A while it has indeed been, traveler. Does one surmise correctly that you... Ah, so even the illustrious
The theme? You mean Feast of the Bounteous Land?
The very same. Moonchase Festival falls during the season when many cooking ingredients are ripe. Hence, it is a fitting... Let it be known that one's culinary proficiency and
A supreme cuisine? What?
What's a supreme...
Patience. One's purpose here today is to... Traveler, you are one who has witnessed much of the culinary world.
Oh, so we're officially invited?
That which is implicit. I shall say no more and dwell here no longer. Await my word. Be there or beware.
This bird always disappears just as...
She seemed like someone very prestigious and very talented at cooking.
She definitely loves her food.
What are you all huddled together over here for? The Adeptus left already.
Yay! Kuching's back!
Sorry I kept you waiting, Xiangling. This is the recipe from my grandfather's notes. Unfortunately, the texts my grandfather worked with were very old. Usually faded.
Oh, okay. Let me take a look. Give me some time. I need to look into it.
Sorry for the trouble.
You're all here?
That voice sounds familiar.
Sorry to interrupt your conversation. I was in the area buying a few things, and I heard the disturbance.
You mean Cloud Retainer? I saw her too. She just suddenly showed up right in the middle of the street. Whatever it...
Lady Kuching, you saw her too? Do you, have a moment?
What is it, Ganyu? Has something urgent...
No, it's nothing work-related. I wanted to ask about...
A personal matter? Involving me?
Please, Lady Kuching? This is... I noticed Cloud Retainer was here for quite a while.
About your childhood? No.
What? Really? Thank goodness. I was getting really worried. Once she gets talking to people, she tends to go off...
Your name didn't even come up, so you...
Kuching, how are you not asking a bunch of questions right now?
Please, no.
Of course not. Whatever it is, I'm not curious and I'm not going to ask. If Ganyu has a secret and she wishes to keep it that way, nobody should make it their business to try and get it out of her. That's just basic decency, is it not?
Yes, ma'am. Paimon will never bring it up again.
Kuching, I thank you. You're so kind and...
What's that got to do with... Honestly...
Oh my, you're right. I should. Okay, everyone. Please excuse me.
Hey, what are you
don't worry, Ganyu. We will.
Thanks. Hope to see you again soon.
Just ignore her.
Hey, everyone! I just had an idea. It only occurred to me when that Adeptus showed up. Do you think the stove god... Ooh!
I don't want to assert either way.
In that case, we should go ask the Adepti about it.
Master... You...
She's over at Yujing Terrace. Master!
Oh!
Hello, Xiangling.
Madam Ping is Xiangling's master?
I did not expect that.
Master, how are you keeping these days? Are you well?
Oh, very well, thank you.
What a surprise it is that you all had the time to come and visit me.
Hello. Master, we came here because we have a question for you. Do you know about the Stove God?
Of course I know the Stove God.
Does this mean...
Ah, I see. It's the Moonchase Festival, isn't it? How interesting. So you came to hear some stories.
That's right. We're investigating...
I see. The Great Stone, sir. I must commend your guesswork this far. Moonchase was originally a rite observed by the Adepti, not something in which the ordinary people... On nights when the moon shone bright, everybody would get together for joyful Later, Rex Lapis unified all of these various festivals under the Moonchase name to honor an old friend of his.
Rex Lapis.
That friend made many contributions to Liyue, and Rex Lapis would not have... I can only presume that the Stove God Festival was...
In the hands of Rex Lapis, our nation's traditions were faithfully upheld.
Ah, Kuching, I simply won't allow you to be so down on yourself. Nothing would delight Rex Lapis more than to know that those who...
Thank you.
Lady Kuching!
Huh?
Lady Kuching! Lady Ningguang wishes to speak with...
Ningguang's looking... Must be important. Please excuse me, everyone.
There she goes. Kuching's a lot more serious when...
Do you want to know who Rex Lapis's friend...
Oh! Hi, my guys!
Yes, precisely. There are few genuine coincidences in the Stove God was a good friend of mine, too. What a pity it is.
How could that happen?
It is to everyone's regret that the Stove God passed. But gods cannot be fully destroyed, and...
Really? Master, you must miss the Stove God a lot, right?
Yes. Thinking back on it, I'm pleasantly surprised to find that Kuching is investigating this. She is Unfortunately, however, Kuching's grandfather once researched the Stove God, and now she follows in his footsteps. Since...
You knew Kuching's grandpa?
Of course. I count all the people of Liyue among my good friends. Grandparent and grandchild are definitely made from the same mold. Both diligent enough to take on anything. I like to think of Liyue as my own little potted plant. I've watched it grow and blossom, and it grows more, for new blossoms must bloom on the branch. My dears, you are absolutely right to focus your investigation on the stone. I should like to see the stone for myself, if you would lead me to it.
Peaceful neighborhood.
You're all here. I was just about to send someone to fetch you.
Kuching, has the stone undergone any changes?
A crack has appeared in one corner, but we still can't tell what's inside.
What happened?
More likely a natural occurrence. Our weapons have had no...
How would a natural occur?
This is because the Stove God draws power from the actions of the masses. The heat...
All the books say the Stove God is the deity of food. So is the stone open...
Statues draw power from their people. So, if the Stove God has dominion over Ningguang and I chose Feast of the Bounteous Land as this year's theme. And now every chef signed up for the competition is busy preparing.
Plus, a lot of families have reunion feasts around this time. With everyone back home, the whole city's bustling with people.
So is the stone cracked because Liyue started getting festive?
That's gotta be it. Right, Master?
Well, we'll have to see then, won't...
Okay, the fact that cooking is involved gives us the selections phase of masterful chefs will be held indoors and seen by only a few people. But the finals will be held outside.
And when the finals end, boom! We'll get to see who the Stove God really is, right?
It's definitely a possibility.
Well, I've already signed up. so I should be able to help.
Yes, for a chef as accomplished as yourself.
All this talk of cooking competitions is making Paimon hungry. Oh, Paimon can't